everyone, Brandon Montemayor, and we are back with At Bat with Brandon, and we have an awesome guest with us today in our third episode, and that guest is Jen Treadwell. I've known Jen a very long time now. We met through real estate, and now Jen's been helping out our clients with helping getting houses ready for showing in the best light possible. So Jen, welcome. It's great to have you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Brandon.
Absolutely. So, Jen is with Jen Treadwell Home Interiors. Jen's been doing it now for 8 years, correct?
Yeah.
Awesome. Time flies. Time flies when we're having fun. So, Jen specializes in residential interior design and then also pre-listing consultations. That's where we get to work together a lot, where she comes into our client's home and a couple hours breaks down everything that we need to do, again, to have it photo ready and really help it stand out. So we'll jump right in here, Jen. But so tell us a little bit about how you got into design, and we'll start there.
Okay. Well, I think I've always been interested in interior decorating, even as a young child. I remember just pushing furniture around in my bedroom. And I vividly remember 10 years of age and just thinking, I think I want my bed over on that wall now. I'm trying canopy bed across and moving things around. And
Awesome.
And my grandmother, I think, had a lot of influence on me. She had great style, and she would have these magazine subscriptions coming to her home, and I'd always be flipping through Country Home and Better Homes and Gardens and stuff like when I visited her. And I think all that just kind of culminated into my interest in the decorative home arts. And then just through the years, working in retail, being involved in theater and stage productions and just everything all together. And it really, I think the true launching of my business came when you and I, worked together 8-9 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was looking to stage my house, and I remember talking to you about that, and then going and seeing other people's homes, looking to purchase our new home and just not seeing what I thought should have been out there. And so that really kind of was the jumping point for me starting my own business.
Yep. I remember that phone call and the first emails and the marketing pieces. So that's awesome. So it runs in the family, basically. You just kind of had that natural eye.
Inherently kind of runs in the family. Yeah.
Awesome. Very cool. So what are some of the biggest things, and you've worked with a lot of our clients, and, I know that they've all loved you, and it's been amazing. And what you've been able to do with, our clients' homes to get them ready to sell has been amazing. And how the process you walk them through and kind of get them ready for. But what are some of the biggest mistakes you see sellers making? Because we're in a market right now that's shifting. Inventory is starting to increase. We got interest rates up. So it's not the what we were used to over the last year or two, where you just kind of throw it in the MLS and 50 offers come flying through. So, how you show up online, how your house shows is going to be more important than ever in the immediate future. And I think, for the foreseeable future. So tell us a little bit about some of the biggest mistakes you see people, sellers making when prepping their home.
Well, obviously, if you know that you have repairs that need to be made in the home, getting those done before you list your house is important, right? It's one less thing for a prospective buyer to have a question about on whether they find the value in your home, and they're thinking ahead too. If I spend so much on this house, how much more do I have to pay to get it up to par, with repairs and such? So if you can afford to do those repairs before you list your house, that's important. Aesthetically, I think you need to keep in mind, sellers need to keep in mind that they need to try and appeal to a wide range of buyers.
Sure.
And in order to do that, you really need to neutralize your house. And that doesn't mean emptying it out completely and making it feel cold and sterile, but it also means, if you are particular in collecting decorative plates, or, you've got collections of this or that, and you like to have it on display, that's great for you when you're living in your home, but that's not great for when you sell your home. And it ends up looking like clutter to a prospective buyer. So it's that balancing act of making sure your home feels decorated and warm and inviting, but not cluttered, not too style specific, because you really want people, a bunch of people, to find your home attractive and want to be there. And studies have shown that 9 out of 10 people can't see past what's directly in front of them.
Right. Yep.
Oh, well, if they're buying the house, they're not buying my things. Yeah, but 9 out of 10 people can't look past your things.
Yep.
See the house, unfortunately. So you got to that aspect.
Well, and we've seen that a lot of times, like you can take the same home and one that has people put a little thought into getting it ready for showings and minimized and, put things in the right spot, ends up selling for above list price. And then the one, again, nothing wrong, because we all have things in our house that we would remove if we were getting it ready to take photos or show. But people who don't take that extra step, not our clients, of course, but that people that don't take that extra step, and it affects the list price, even though it's the same house, right?
Very true.
Absolutely. So, so now, do you work with, and I know the answer to this, but do you work with what our clients have there at the house, or do we charge thousands of dollars to ship new furniture in and all that stuff?
Yeah. So with the pre-listing consultations I do, for your clients and for anyone who's interested in getting that help, I do work with what they have.
Yep.
I go in and I assess kind of each room, and I think about the house as a cohesive whole. And sometimes that means we take stuff out to make it feel like the flow is better and that the house will photograph better without all the extra furniture or furnishings. Sometimes it means we're adding some stuff. There's some giant blank wall, and it's the first thing you see when we walk in. I'm going to recommend, let's add something to that, a piece of art or something. So does it feel like this giant empty space that is unappealing?
Yep.
But yeah, I just gotta work with what people have, and usually I make some suggestions. Usually there's small decorative touches, a pop of color with some pillows, or a centerpiece on the giant kitchen island, just to give a focal point, when people come in and it's kind of landing zone for them, or something for the photograph to capture. So little things.
Awesome. Well, and that's what I know our clients really appreciate is, for the recommendations you make, sometimes it's 25, 50, $100, go, to Walmart, or, one of the things, and it's bringing some new towels, a new bed comforter, and that stuff goes a long way. And it's, it keeps our budget tight, but puts a lot of money back in their pocket at the end of this. So very good. So this is a question we get all the time. Family photos or no family photos in the house?
So I think it depends. I think it's okay to have a few family photos scattered about. If there's a small framed photograph on a nightstand with a lamp, next to a bed, that makes sense. Or maybe one on a desk in the home office or something, that makes sense. What's really popular in decorating for a lot of families is to have these big gallery walls of pictures of their children and family members and all that. And that is wonderful. It's a wonderful way to decorate your home when you're living in it. That's not the kind of thing you should leave up when you're selling your house.
Sure.
It just makes people feel overwhelmed by someone else's family photos everywhere.
Yep.
And I always tell people, photographs does not equal art.
Right.
Family photographs, there is a difference. And you should have both in your home.
Yes. Awesome. So where do you go? Where do you find your inspiration, or where do you, look for new ideas, and just to kind of keep up on, all this stuff? Because I know it's an ever changing process and space. So
it is. And it's interesting. I mean, I'll find, of course, I'm looking at all of the websites. I get the catalog mailers that come in, from Pottery Barn and Grandin Road and everything. And I'm always flipping through to see, okay, what's the latest chair that they're advertising, and color schemes. And you see stuff on Pinterest. Of course, a lot of people follow Pinterest, and that's a source for inspiration and ideas. But also, when it comes to design, I can be inspired by any number of things. It could be a wallpaper or a fabric that's on someone's chair, and that's the that's the inspiration to redecorate the whole room or the house or something, whether it's a pattern or a color or anything and everything really. And it's exciting because, it can come from anywhere. It's not
Sure.
fun, that inspiration.
Absolutely. Awesome. Awesome. So, like I said, Jen comes into our clients' homes and goes through a consultation and gives them a list of everything that they need to get done. So we are photo ready and ready to get their home sold for top dollar. So talk to us a little bit about the process you go through with someone who's maybe just bought their home or they've lived in it a while and they're not looking to sell necessarily, but they're ready to, like, all right, we want to do it up. We've got a vision, we see something, we just don't know how to do it. So I know you've helped a lot of our clients with that as well.
Yeah. So I mean, it starts with an in-home consultation. I'll go to the house and I talk with the clients, and of course ask them, what area are you specifically looking to work on or want help with? And then I kind of assess through questions what their lifestyle is like.
Sure.
Because it's important too, are you a family that has little children? Because that's different than someone who's an empty nester.
Yep.
Are you someone who likes to spend a lot of time entertaining folks, or are you more about the comfort of your own family? I mean, all these things, pets, no pets, everything makes a difference.
Yep.
And I really try to tailor the designs to fit the personality and the lifestyle of the client who happens to be in that house. The other thing I do too is I look at the rest of the spaces. I mean, maybe they want me to focus on just the family room, but I also look at, okay, well, how does your living room or your kitchen styled or designed? Because my goal is to create a cohesive look for the entire home.
Sure.
So that, it looks like whatever we put in this family room looks like it belongs in the home.
Yep.
That goes along with everything else. So I think that's really important.
Yeah, good flow to it all the way through. All right. So where do you go? Where are your favorite places to go shop or go look for things for the house? Because I know you, and I know you, when you see something, you're like, you'll go search until you find it, but so where do you go? Let us in on your secrets.
Okay, well, of course, nowadays, especially with the pandemic that we had to go through for 2 years and not being able to really go anywhere, a lot of shopping is done online.
Sure.
But there's some things I won't buy sight unseen or sight untouched. And I think that's upholstered furniture. I think it's really important, at least big upholstered furniture. When it comes to big pieces like sofas,
Sure.
overstuffed chairs, beds, those are things that you really should go to a location and sit in.
Yep.
Because everybody's different as far as how deep they like that sofa, how high off the ground they like that sofa, how cushy or firm, all that stuff. And that's hard to gauge just buying online. I have some go-tos here in Santa Clarita that aren't the typical retail shops.
Sure.
And those are great sources where furniture is locally made here in Los Angeles.
Awesome.
That's great because with the delay times caused by COVID and then the fallout from COVID and all that shutdown and stuff, while furniture is made all over the place, not having to have it shipped out from the East Coast saves a lot of time and travel and freight costs too. So Los Angeles, a lot of people don't realize this, but Los Angeles has a fantastic manufacturing area in downtown LA where they make and manufacture furniture. And so being able to buy local is great.
Awesome.
Also, I love home goods. I'm a home goods.
There you go.
If I have a free half hour to kill, I'll just grab a cup of coffee and pop in there, and I'll be with those eyes like, what's catching my eye? Because you never know what you're going to see, and I'm always keeping what my clients' needs are in mind. And that's the perfect bowl. That's a lamp, and I'll be texting clients and be like, hey, right now if you want it. Because here's the thing. What's there one day will not be there the next day. So if you're on the fence about buying something from Home Goods, just grab it, hold on to your receipt, take it home. If you change your mind, always bring it back, but don't wait and go back. It won't be there next time.
There you go. Yeah. No thinking time. Just grab it and go. Awesome. So what's your favorite part about this whole process? There's a lot of, excuse me, a lot of steps to it. Excuse me. A lot of steps to it, but what's your favorite part about what you do?
I think I do. I love all of it. I love being able to help people. I love being the problem solver, because design is about problem solving.
Yep.
So, meeting with people is always great. I have fantastic people I work with. I'm so blessed to
Yeah.
do what I do. And so coming up with an initial design and figuring out that problem solving and showing them and then having them say, yeah, that's great. Let's move forward. That's exciting.
Yep.
When pieces start coming in and the clients are excited because it's like, oh, the table came and the sofa came and they're getting excited about it. That's great. And of course, then the very end, when it all comes together and I go in there and I do my finishing touches of styling things out, and we have that final presentation of just everything being the way we envisioned months before. That's all exciting too. And that's very rewarding.
Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Well, very good. Well, last thing as we'll, start wrapping up here, but, like I said, I've known you a long time and your family, watched your, girls grow up over the years, on Facebook and, all that fun stuff. But what's some other things you enjoy doing with your time outside of your working hours?
Well, I love to read. I wish I found more time to read. But I do enjoy that. Kevin and I we love to go to antique shops and flea markets, and that's kind of work combined because I'm always sort of thinking, can
Yep.
somebody I know, but I really do go for myself too. And
Yeah.
love to look there. I love that sense of history and nostalgia that comes from older things.
Yep.
And I really enjoy incorporating pieces into my own home. I probably 75% of the stuff that we have in our house is old. It's not brand new firsthand buyer stuff. And
Sure.
that's what makes it personal to us. It's always fun. It's like treasure hunting.
Yep.
So we love doing
Yeah. Totally.
what else? Of course, being with my family, watching movies, and
Very
then performing sometimes on stage, going to theater. That's always fun too.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And one of the things that Jen has offered to all of you guys out there is for the month of June, 10% off either a pre-listing or in-home design consultation. So I really appreciate you offering that. And that's for the month of June. But any final words or recommendations or anything?
Not really, just that, for anyone who's thinking about selling their home, it's really important to have a good team of people representing you, a fantastic realtor like Brandon, because
Thank you. Thank you.
one of the best, and he and his team will really look out for you guys and make sure that you are getting everything you need out of the experience in a timely manner. And then of course it's really important to get an opinion on staging your home. Not everybody needs it, but I'd say probably most people need it.
Sure. Absolutely. If you're not sure, then go for it, right?
Yeah, if you're not sure, then ask Brandon. He'll tell you if he thinks you need it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's one of the things we offer as part of our whole listing package to our clients is a free consultation with you. And that, like I said, comes complete with the list of everything they need to do to get it ready. So awesome. As expected. Thank you so much. You're awesome, Jen. We really appreciate what you do for our team and our clients. And thank you so much for spending a little time with us today and sharing that information.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you guys soon. We'll be back next week at Bat with Brandon, and we'll see you then. Thanks again, Jen.
Sure.